the first film he had ever done.
Yeah, him and Colin Firth, their chemistry is awesome in this. I love the back and forth between them, and he ends up becoming more of like a father figure to him. And Sophia, I don't know her last name, but she plays Gazelle. I think that's what they call her in the at least in the credits.
Batella, I think is her last name.
Yeah, Batella. Yeah, she's awesome in this. She's crazy to have. I think it's awesome for people who are like amputees to be represented like that. I mean, that's
as the
so
villain.
badass.
Really, that's how you see amputees as a villain.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Wow. No, but I mean, that's badass to have like.
I mean, she's a legitimate Blade Runner. She doesn't shoot her boyfriend in the bathroom. She just cuts their heads off.
Oh my god! Yeah, I mean, the opening scene I thought was amazing too. Just how they there's explosions in the building and like the credits, the rubble falls down and turns into the the little credits in the front on the screen. I thought that was amazing. Mark Strong is great in this.
When is he not though? He's so awesome.
Oh yeah. He's amazing in everything he does, even if he has a small role. But this, he was great. You get to see Mark Hamill. He makes me
cry in the second one.
Oh my god, yeah, the second one.
Without saying too much, he just makes me cry.
Yeah, he definitely has a way larger role in the second one, but I felt he was great in this as well. I don't know. For me, this is just like I said, it's a movie that I hadn't really seen before. That was different than. It was a cool take on like a spy film.
Yeah.
It's James Bond, but it's not.
Which they bring up in the movie. Yeah, Colin Firth and Samuel Jackson have that conversation in it.
I love that.
That's not the kind of movie, brah. It's like it's meta, but in like the best way.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I mean, that's pretty much the reason why I saw it. I want to say I saw this in theaters. I can't remember if I did, but I think I did.
I saw it in theaters. I know that.
I just this movie is awesome. I can watch this. I wouldn't say over and over, but I can definitely watch this at least once a month or it's on TV. I have no problem rewatching this. It has great rewatch value. So does the second one. And I'm hoping that they could come out with the third one because I know they were working on one at one point.
I think it's still supposed to come out.
It's completed. The prequel.
Yeah.
The prequel. I'm excited for that one, but I know they were supposed to continue this story, this timeline. Yeah.
Because they're working on The Statesman, so we're going to get the American version spinoff.
Yeah. I'm excited for. I mean, whatever they can, pump out of this universe. I'm there. I'm ready to watch. Take my money. Ready to go. But what about you guys? Well, first time you guys saw it, what are your thoughts?
This movie, and it's no surprise what this movie did when I went to go see it. I was just like, I don't know. It was the year where I was just seeing movies all the time, so I didn't know what to expect from it. But knowing the director, I should have known what to expect from it because I remember going to see Kick-Ass. And being blown away by the dad shooting the daughter and her just getting up and starting cussing a fucking storm. It's like, holy shit. And then the fight scenes with Hit Girl. Like, goddamn, these are fucking fantastic. So, me not really putting the two together at the time, I mean, obviously they were promoting the hell out of it, like the guy that brought Kick-Ass. But I went to see it and not really. So I'm a diehard Bond fan, right? So when it comes to espionage movies, there's a certain level you have to be at. And it's definitely you have to be higher than Mission Impossible 2. Because that one's just shit. Sorry, John Woo. It's just horrible. But, like, the first one was great. They actually were more serious with that. And the third one, J.J. Abrams made it to what it is now, which is fun, over the top. A spy thriller, like how is Tom Cruise not going to die this time? It's fun. But this one, it combined the modern action with, it depends if you're a fan of this Bond or not, with the Roger Moore Bond. If you're a fan of the Roger Moore Bond, Kingsman is his grandson. Like, it gives you that. It gives you the the campiness, the crazy gadgets, the over the top villains, the stuff they all say in the movie, like they do it. So if you're a fan of Roger Moore Bond, you're going to love this. Yeah. And if you're just a fan of awesome action sequences, you're going to love this. That church scene. I think when I bought the movie, I watched and rewatched just that scene alone like 6 times.
Oh yeah, just to see everything, how it happened. Oh my god,
it was just amazing. Then you start looking at the stuntman, like, oh, that woman's a man. Oh, that one's a man. Like, you start seeing shit. But I watched the extra features of it, and it's great. And it gave someone, Colin Firth, an Englishman, who probably knew he was never going to be Bond, right? And that's like the character you want to play if you're an English actor. James Bond. At least that's how I would feel. And that's the character I want to play as an American actor, and I know that will never fucking happen. But, you know, let's go ahead and give him all the American roles like Superman and shit. Anyway, get away from that. That's the role you want to play, right? He's old, he's done, he's not going to get it anymore, especially since they're going the Daniel Craig route where, like, he's a brute now. So the fact that Colin Firth can kick ass like that, they gave him a character that could do that. Even Jack Davenport, if you guys don't, most people probably know him from Pirates of the Caribbean, but there's a British series that's kind of like a Friends series called Coupling. He was in it. That's where I first saw him when I was younger. He was great in for his little action scene in the very beginning before his untimely cut from the movie. Like, it was just, it's so good. It's a fun, rated R, campy, over the top action spy movie, which you get away with a lot of shit with the way Vaughn does stuff. Like, the head's blowing up in different colors because he can't stand blood. Honestly, I think they went that route too to avoid an NC-17 rating for how many times heads explode. But it's just, they get away with the fucking anal scene. Like, you see the really good fuck me in the ass, and then he goes back. Like, oh.
I'll be right back.
It's amazing. And Merlin opens the door for him. It's like, yes. You bonding with the dog. And, like, asking yourself the question, I couldn't shoot the dog. I'd be like Eggsy. Hell no.
Yeah.
It's a great movie that I feel was a sleeper. I don't feel it got the recognition it deserved. It did well enough in order for them to do a sequel, which is awesome, and then like the third prequel that's coming out. But I still don't think it gets the recognition it deserves for being the fun action movie it is. And it's probably because it is rated R. They can't show the best parts of it on TV all the time. But like we want rated R action movies. Give us back the rated R action movies. I don't want PG-13. I don't want fake blood. I just get tired of it. But the cast was great. I love how they, like, I can't wait for you to do the sequel. I would love to come back for that episode because honestly, I love the sequel, and it's just because my American patriotism comes out. I'm like, yes, there's the American version. I knew we had one. It's like, it's so stupid, but it's like, yes, the Statesman, awesome. And like the cast and that's great. But I don't know, you won't get there without having this one. And this is just fun to watch, and it's cool to see Eggsy, what's his real name? Egerton?
Taron. Egerton.
It's cool to see, like, because he wasn't not a nobody, but he was someone new. And then him kick ass as Elton John in one of my favorite musical / movies, like biopics out there. He killed it in that. I love him in Eddie the Eagle. Like,
oh yeah,
he's so great in it. Like, to see such talent come from this type of movie, and then go back to it, like honor. Like, yeah, no, that's what made me. I want to go back to it. Samuel, the cast, this cameo, Mark Hamill. Samuel Jackson being a villain and like having a lift. Like, you get thought funny. It was just great. It's just, I can't say enough good things about this movie. This is, for me, a 9.5.
Oh, yeah.
I'm giving my rating early, but like, that's how it's a 9.5. That's how I'm going to end that, because I can't stop sucking the stick. I'm like drooling now. Slobbering.
What about you, Wes? Like, thoughts on it?
Yeah, this is my second time. So I screened it so it would be fresh in my mind for the show, but I had only seen it once outside of that.
Poser.
And it was it's a very fun movie. And going back to it's not actually, I'm not sure if it is technically a one shot in the church, but though it's presented that way. I know it took several days to actually nail that down, but the way that that's executed is just so bonkers. It's like the scene in Atomic Blonde, when she goes through the building and you're just it makes, like, that scene makes the movie that much better. You know what I mean? Just that being in there alone is incredible. And yeah, the fact that Colin Firth, did so much of his own work on this, and obviously he's an older gentleman, I thought that he was one of the big standouts of the film, and it's kind of a shame that he gets taken out of it. As we know, he's not really dead, I guess. Spoiler alert. If you're listening to this, you probably already know that. But yeah, he has a great part in the first half, and then he's suddenly gone. So it's a kind of a bummer. But Colin Firth is really good. Samuel Jackson as Valentine is amazing because Jackson's over the top acting, or when he wants to do it, it totally fits in this kind of film, and he's so funny, and it's hilarious that and I don't know if you guys really thought of this, but he's the American, and it's like presented as the American is the villain, and then Eggsy is the hero as the Englishman. So it's pretty interesting in that. I think going back to what you said, James, saying that this could possibly be better than John Wick, or at least the action, I think what sets this apart is the extensive gadgetry and the fact that they're using like this, tailor shop to run out of it, and how deep that mythology goes. It just digs a little deeper than what I think Wick does, in a sense, and with looking at it through the lens of that, it makes sense. You know what I mean? It's just there's a little bit more there for me, I think.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and Mark Strong, of course, like you guys said, very, very good. Michael Caine, always awesome to watch, and I love this, like the kind of twist that he ends up being in cahoots with Valentine, and pretty much a traitor. You would never expect that, you know what I mean? Damn you, Alfred! What are you doing?
My favorite part about that is it reminded me of, and I have to bring it up, of Sam Rockwell in Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, when he flips the cups around.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to. I'm contractually obligated to bring up Sam Rockwell every time I do something like this.
And then another thing that this movie does, as much as it has like the dirty humor and jokes and whatnot, I feel like it does present what women are in it as pretty strong. For example, what's her name? Roxy, the other finalist for the Kingsman spot, the female, is never really. You never have the sense of she's just there as the romantic interest for Eggsy. She has her own thing and she's doing her own thing. You know what I mean? Like, they never try to do that as a subplot. I really enjoyed that. And then was Giselle, obviously a very strong arch, nemesis for Kingsman. She's just fucking killing people left and right, and lasts throughout the entire film. You know what I mean? And just badass women overall, in my opinion.
Yeah,
they're all right. I mean, all she had to do was shoot down a satellite. Like, ooh, I can do that on an iPad.
Obviously, the music.
That bitch killed the dog, man.
It was a blank, all right.
She didn't know that. Heartless bitch. Killing a poodle.
I mean, come on, man. She was going to give her life on the fucking